and I'm not gonna wait.
It has been one of the like most. It's like a child in the sense that I've been like. I'm gonna sneeze. It's the powder.
There we go.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry, my roommate is teaching. It's just been such a like a mind fuck because I have been recently having to make so many decisions that are like giant and they're by myself. And like I just have to make decisions that I've never made before. And I'm like, did I make the right? And I think the thing that's been really hard recently is just like I'm so sick of like making a decision and then like second guessing it for like 4 days after it. You know what I mean? Like,
and I think that
so difficult for me.
Totally.
So, like, you know, like I just selected, you know, I have two options for the album cover that I'm dropping soon. And it's like,
I voted.
There's like, oh God.
I have a very strong opinion about that, by the way, but you can call me later and I like the one that you like.
Yeah, it has to be the shell.
It has to be. Yeah. It's just like,
and so many people are like, well, it's photoshopped. And I'm like, no shit, it's photoshopped. Have you seen if you look right now, like call me by your name, super photoshopped.
Yeah, like, but it also to me, it harkens back to the kind of whimsy that we saw during like 2000s pop, where it was kind of like kitschy and fun. It wasn't like you look gorgeous and like stunning and like, but it's like, it's fun too. And kind of like has like a, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. And what's funny is that the other one is like a gorgeous photo and I'm definitely going to utilize the photo. But the problem with it is that when you think about the album cover, you're going to see it like this big. Yeah. And when you shrink both of the photos down, you're like, oh, look how gorgeous! Like, oh, she's
and
in
your
that.
face, like your face in that one is like
And then on the other one, if you shrink it down, all you see is blue. Like it's so monochromatic. Like
that one will be like a really great kind of like splash image on your website or something, or if you were to do like a special edition like vinyl, like you'd put it like in the notes,
there's gonna
you know?
and we were thinking of using that for like the deluxe version of the EP, which is coming out later in the summer. But I'm dropping all these hints. I bet they're freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, everyone is losing their shit. I do want to say something in reference to what you were saying before about like making high stakes decisions and how intimidating that can be and how scary that can be. And I've definitely been feeling this. And I'm going to tell you a really quick anecdote, which is actually a very trivial version of this, but I think is very applicable to the concepts that we're talking about. I think that like I've been thinking about money too. And like I think this is kind of like poor kid trauma. Like, and I think we've talked about this before too, where like when you don't grow up with a lot of money, like, and then you start making money, like I tend to like hoard it sometimes because the fear of not having it causes me to hold on to it, when really money is just like, it's this paper shit that is meant to be spent. You know what I mean? It's like, and like money, like when I think about Zero Waste Daniel was talking to me about this. He's like, when I think about how much money I've made and spent in my life, he's like, it's absurd. It just comes in and then it goes, and then you spend it on shit, and it's just that never ending cycle. So money is a very interesting thing. And like, obviously, like, you can't be entirely reckless with your money. You still have to pay your bills and survive and all of that. But a lot of times I think high stakes decisions feel so scary because they do involve money. And
girl, I've never been in more debt in my life.
Right. But the thing is like, this is a moment in time, and like, you want, like, you're gonna come out the other side of that. Like, it's just, it's a moment. And in my life, I've had a lot of money before and been miserable. And then there have been moments where I've had no money and been super, super happy. It doesn't necessarily always correlate. I mean, yes, having money like makes your life more comfortable, but if you want to play in the big leagues, you got to take big swings and spend the money and all of that. So what I'm getting at is that I went to Capizio the other day because I had to buy tights. And like, I was just like, I don't know, I must have been running around and not in my right mind. And I like bought the tights, and then I went to Dan's for a fitting, and like I pulled them out and I was like, what the fuck? And I realized I bought the wrong tights. I was like, God fucking damn. And I was like so mad in the moment because I was like, and it was my fault. I didn't ask for the right thing that I needed. So, and I was like, I like went on this like very momentary
Who is
spiral. I was like,
Lagana? Sorry. Go ahead.
Lagoona,
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Lagoona Bloo. Uh, so I bought the wrong tights and I was so upset that I had like wasted the money. But then I was like, you know what? When you're pursuing things that you love and having to spend money on the resources to make that successful, you're going to make mistakes, and sometimes they're going to be expensive mistakes, and you just kind of have to like chalk it up to experience. And like I think that like is something that I can carry with me when it's even amplified to a bigger extent. Like you can't always do everything perfect, and sometimes you're going to make mistakes and they're going to be expensive and they're going to cost you money, but like money is kind of silly when you think about it.
Oh
like
God, money is, yeah. I mean, that's why, can I be honest? It's like, I was really not panicking, but I was like, I was very, I mean, we've talked about it. Like I've been very stressed about money recently.
right
Especially, just with how much, I'm working on music videos, working on like all these new looks, working on like all this fucking shit. And luckily, something that's been really important to me this year has been looking at Lagoona more as a business. And because like, that's what it is. And as soon as I started thinking of her as that, as opposed to just like, my I don't know, I really started focusing on her as a career this year.
Yeah. And I think that the more
And
you and the more you feed the anxiety about money and investments, like the more, and this is like a very kind of like witchy, like energetic thing, but I do believe it. You you attract more issues with money, and then you end up, like struggling more. Whereas like if you just allow yourself, I mean, I wish that and it's sad because capitalism is fucked and like so many people are poor and struggling, but like I just wish that like people had the flexibility and gave themselves permission to like invest in themselves.
yeah, I mean,
and trust
I
themselves. Yeah.
literally like, like, I mean,
Listen, like it's gonna come back to you in such big ways. Like
oh yeah, I
you're
know.
having
I'm
this
investing in
moment that
my.
is like,
This is what how I get through it. Is thank you, Anna. Oh fuck. Sorry.
what happened?
My band almost got away from me. The thing that's been, oh fuck, I lost my train of thought because of that experience just now. What were we talking about? Money, right?
Money and investing in
Oh,
yourself
the
and giving
thing that I
yourself permission.
tell myself is because like I'm spending so much time, money, effort, all of my like I literally have no money because anytime I get money, it goes into someone else's hands, which I'm excited for that. Like I'm glad I get to support not only like, am I building my brand, building my career, setting this up, but like, I'm supporting my friends who are also queer artists.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that Lady Gaga went bankrupt funding the first Fame Monster tour.
Yeah.
She went bankrupt because, and this was after the album was out. This was like, I mean, like she was like had a number one singles across the United States, across the world, and she went bankrupt.
Yeah.
Because she believed in herself so much, and she believed in this tour, and she believed in this, and like now she's like one of the biggest stars.
Yeah. And I think there's something to be.
She believes in herself. So I literally, this year has been the year of being like, you know what? I'm that bitch. I am that motherfucker. I am the one. I am the one. And I dare anyone to tell me less.
You are the one.
Yes, I am, bitch.
And I believe that. So I sure as shit hope that you believe it yourself. I will say too that there's also this emphasis on, like, I think a lot about hoarding money, and like, especially as we talk about, class division and when you think about how unethical, I think it's just like so unethical that billionaires exist. Like no one needs that much money. It's just sitting there. You can't spend that much money. Like when you see all those graphics with the grains of rice showing just how much like $1 billion is, it's absurd. And you're talking about like you spending money, like getting money and then spending it immediately. It's like if your rent's paid, your bills are paid, like, and maybe you're in some debt, like I don't know. I just don't.
Some
I'm starting to realize, like how silly it is to want to just have money sitting. I mean, yes, like for emergencies, like it's great to have savings and everything, but like I think that there is this emphasis on like hoarding wealth just to like have it because of the status that it gives you and because of the power that it gives you. But not everyone is afforded that luxury in this economy. There's so many people that are struggling, and it's just like, I mean, to put an emphasis on like hoarding wealth is really unethical and unfair. And
I agree.
I think that like investing in yourself is the best thing that you can do, because it is capitalism and fucking rich white people that want you to feel like it's not worth it to keep you poor.
Absolutely.
To keep you poor. And
100p.
yep. So bitch, invest in yourself, and you are, and you look incredible.
Thank
you
you.
sound incredible.
Thank
And
you. Go ahead.
I get my life to your music at the Crunch Fitness on 54th Street. Honey, the faggotry is real. She is flailing around like a fairy, and I'm here for it. And I don't care if anyone else is, but
I love it. Well, Chelsea, thank you so much for joining me. I have to hop off and get dressed, but I love you.
Get dressed. I love you so much. You're my angel of love and light and music. Oh, you bitch, you look so good. But before you go, you got to give me one of what I want. And you know what I want.
Did you need a woman?
Ah! So thank you for being here.
I love you.
I love you. Have a good show tonight.
Thank you, baby. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye. Love you.
Bye, everyone.